Dun, 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 dun. Hello, my name is Samuel and I'm doing an NFL report for the game tonight. The Miami Dolphins versus the Buffalo Bills. I think that the Dolphins are going to win because they have a great quarterback, which is Ryan Tannehill, and a great Reggie Bush from a former Saint, and they play against the Bills tonight. And the Bills have a pretty good, has a all right offense and an all right defense. But this is going to be a great game, and they're playing at Buffalo. But the thing about it is Ryan Tannehill has to step up his game from playing away, because in college he was not that good playing away, because I guess the crowd just booed him, and then he just didn't do that good play, do the good plays all the time. And so I'll say that the Buffalo Bills will lose because the Dolphins are a little better team than them.
What's the score? Will you predict the score?
I think the score will be 35-17.
Dolphins win?
Dolphins win.
All right. We'll be back tomorrow with more picks for Sunday, right?
Yes.
And what's your name?
Samuel Scarborough.
And who are you?
The NFL reporter for kids.
There we go. Deuces.
You know who it is, Samuel Scarborough, and I brought a little friend and my brother Logan Scarborough to say the football picks right now. So, the picks this week: Arizona and Atlanta. Both of us picked Atlanta because Atlanta is one of the best teams, and Atlanta got a better record than them. Plus, they're the best team in the NFC. Carolina and Tampa Bay. Both of us chose different teams. I chose the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and Logan chose the Carolina Panthers because I said the Tampa Bay because Vincent Jackson, Josh Freeman, Doug Martin, Kellen Winslow Jr., and let's see, Mike Williams. And then Logan chose the Panthers because he likes all the players on the Panthers. And then we both chose Dallas over the Cleveland Browns. And then we chose Green Bay over Detroit. And then Jacksonville might lose to Houston because Houston is way better than Jacksonville. Cincinnati and Kansas City. Cincinnati is better. St. Louis and the New York Jets. St. Louis will win this game. That's what I said. And Philadelphia and Washington. Washington might run all over. Washington might run all over Philadelphia's offensive line and just get sacks every time or do a great defensive play. And New Orleans and Oakland. I chose New Orleans. Logan didn't choose any of them. But New Orleans might win because they got great offense. Even though they have a bad defense, I think the Oakland Raiders are going to make a little bit of mistakes. And then the San Diego Chargers and the Denver Broncos. Both of us chose the Broncos because they got Von Miller, Champ Bailey, and they got Eric Dummerville, who is questionable to see if he's going to come back from the shoulder injury. And Denver has a great defense. They have Peyton Manning, Willis McGahee, Demaryius Thomas, and Eric Decker on their offense. Also, Stokely, and they did a pretty good job against the Panthers, so I think they're going to beat San Diego. And New England and Indiana. Is Luck going to get his luck against the New England Patriots? The Patriots might win because they got Tom Brady, and they traded Benjarvis Green Ellis, but they got a all right running back, and they got great wide receivers, and Gronkowski is just questionable again, and Wes Welker's playing. And then Pittsburgh and Baltimore. This is one of the best games of the week. I couldn't choose a team, so I chose Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh has a great offense. They might do better than the Ravens because the Ravens have the defensive team. The only player on their defense is Ed Reed, and Ray Lewis, but Ray Lewis is out, and that's the sad thing about the Ravens. And in the last game, Chicago and San Francisco, one of the best defenses in the NFC. Chicago and San Francisco. This is a hard one, and I'm not sure San Francisco was going to win because they got a great offense and a great defense. But the Chicago Bears have a questionable quarterback, which is Jay Cutler. Is he going to play today? And Dallas has Jason Witten, Tony Romo, and Miles Austin on their offensive roster. Houston, Andre Johnson, Matt Schaub, and Arian Foster. Cincinnati, A.J. Green, Jerome Simpson, Andy Dalton, and Cedric Benson. Okay, and then St. Louis, Steven Jackson, and Sam Bradford. And then New Orleans and Drew Brees, Marcus Colston, and Darren Sproles. And Denver with Peyton Manning, Demaryius Thomas, Eric Decker. And that's the same thing once again. And in New England, same people. And Pittsburgh with Byron Leftwich instead of Ben Roethlisberger. Roethlisberger hurt his rib and his shoulder, and then he's not going to play, so he's not going to be for the season with them. So that means I think Rashad Mendenhall is going to have a good game. Mike Wallace, Hines Ward too, and San Francisco, Frank Gore, Patrick Willis, Alex Smith out. I think, is he going to come back, or is Colin Kaepernick going to lead the San Francisco 49ers to a W against one of the best defenses with the most interceptions, probably because they got Charles Tillman and they got Tim Jennings. That's the goal. And Brian Urlacher and Julius Peppers. They gotta stop. They gotta block them and they can't let them get interceptions like that. In San Francisco, they're gonna have a great game because they got Randy Moss and
San Francisco against the St. Louis Rams.
No, Logan. It's this one.
Oh.
San Francisco and Chicago. Logan got a little speech for San Francisco and Chicago.
I think San Francisco is going to win because they have great defense and offense.
And this is brought to you by the Madden NFL Fantasy League. I got picks for you, and I'm going to show them on my computer later on before the game, like an hour before the game. Stay tuned for Samuel and Logan. Now Logan joining us, so we're gonna have a picks, and this is gonna be his first pick. So congratulations to Logan. Bye bye. Oh, and I gotta show my picks on my computer.
And forgot one more thing: San Francisco against St. Louis
at week 13.
At week 13, I hope that San Francisco wins.
I chose Drew Brees.
The Patriots.
I chose Drew Brees to have a great game against the Oakland Raiders. Oakland doesn't have an all good defense. Running back Arian Foster against a horrible Jacksonville Jaguars is going to have a great game, have a bunch of rushing yards. That's what I'm going to see. And then Vincent Jackson, 2.8. I don't know if he's going to have that against the Carolina Panthers, but he's going to have great wide receiving yards today. And Jimmy Graham, a tight end for the New Orleans Saints, he's going to have a great game too. And then the Chicago Bears might have a great defense on San Francisco. Will they be able to hold them off? And Tom Brady against the Colts will have a great, outstanding game.
As this thing gets wet, are you going to be in trouble?
That's my picks. For the fantasy people, stay tuned, and if you have those players, I'll tell you they're gonna win this week.
Sam,
they're gonna have a great games.
Sam, if this game thing gets wet, you're gonna get in trouble. You are.
So the game with Drew Brees and Jimmy Graham, the Saints at Raiders. If you get tickets, you can go to that game and see my video online. And in Jacksonville at Texans, it's like a cowboy just getting his a Texan running through a Jaguar. And if the Saints win, the Saints bless God to beat the Raiders. And then if the Buccaneers win, it says the Buccaneers like cut the Panthers, or if the Panthers win, that means they just bite the Buccaneers. And the same thing for the Raiders and the Saints. And Chicago and San Francisco, if the defense is good, the Bears are going to jump on the 49ers, and the 49ers won't be able to be seen ever again against the Chicago Bears. And then the Patriots versus the Colts. The Colts will lose. The Patriots use their army trucks and stuff to stop the Colts from scoring touchdowns. And stay tuned. I'm going to do my picks next week too. So stay on my channel. My channel is Mr. Bull City 91 NUEVE. And that's my picks. That's my Sunday picks. And hope to see you next week. Deuces.
Drew Brees, Doug Martin, AJ Green, Tony Gonzalez, Broncos defense, and Peyton Manning.
And what are those? Your picks for what?
Fantasy League.
All right. Who's picking them? What's your name?
Logan Scarborough.
All right.